Hey guys, so I'm in my craft room and I'm kind of essentially pulling random shit from a lot of my costumes. You can see all these boxes around me. Um, to kind of like throw in for Tank Girl because essentially she is just a bunch of random shit. There's no canon image of Tank Girl, just, you know. So here's a little preview of some of the stuff I'm going to put together. But I did find this gem. And you guys don't know what this is, but I'm going to explain. So this bag contains, my very first cosplay I ever fucking made. And a lot of people think it was my Melina cosplay, my original Melina that I made, the one that went viral. That was my first cosplay, but that actually was not. My first cosplay I ever made, I wore in 2010 to Tucson Comic Con. And this is, Tucson Comic Con typically falls in November. So I actually made this for a Halloween costume, but I also wore it at Tucson Comic Con. But essentially this was like the first costume I like tried to make as accurate as possible. It all is in this little bag, this little tiny bag right here. Well, most of it. I think some of the pieces are missing now. And this is it! Arkham Asylum Harley Quinn was my first cosplay I ever made. And this was my little funny. You can see how old this is. This is like 9 years old. Let's see. My little list. So I'll kind of compare. And this just goes to show how different things are now. So, okay. So, the skirt. Here's the skirt. How funny is this? Just a little white skirt that I got from somewhere. I think I wore this when I was actually in middle school. So, but I just covered it with really cheap fake blood. And that was the skirt. Now, I had a studded black belt, but I think that's mixed up somewhere and on my other costume stuff, so that's not there. I had fishnets, which I found those in a different box somewhere, but just some fishnets. And here is my creativity. So I had the fishnets. Sorry, my nails look like shit. The fishnets, and then these boots, like back in the day, like I'm like, you know, young, don't really know what I'm doing. I was like, how am I gonna like relay this? So what I did, my own version, I did not have the boots. I bought white thigh highs. So I had thigh high fishnets, and then I bought white thigh highs, and I literally just dyed them. Like, this was supposed to be purple. It doesn't really look purple, but yeah. So I just used these over the fishnets. These are also thigh highs to kind of translate the boots. And that was my thinking process at the time, which was, you know, obviously not accurate. So here, and then I think I just wore some like goth boots with these, so totally random. Or actually I think I wore some black like high heels or something like that, but yeah, so I didn't even have the boots. I just had thigh highs that were dyed the colors of the boots. And then I had a white collared shirt. See how hers is like ruched and stuff? Didn't have any of that. I just had a white collared shirt. And she has those purple like trim. And I didn't know how to really sew back then. I was still learning. So literally just sewed some purple ribbon. This is how far I've come, you guys, because this wouldn't happen again. So, yeah, so there is the top. And let's see here, going back, I think I just wore a purple bra. So I didn't do the purple and red bra, I just wore a purple bra with some cleavage. And a name tag, which this is probably the most accurate thing from my costume, because obviously this was not very accurate at all. This was my first cosplay, so I was just kind of like going with the flow. But yeah, she has a name tag, so I like made sure to find like a high-res photo of her name tag so I can copy it. So this was pretty similar to what they had. I think the fonts were different. Those were mine, but... And I actually, because this was before I was wearing wigs, so I had long black hair for a long time. So my Harley Quinn was going to have black hair instead of blonde hair. So I literally went on like Paint or something and I changed her hair to black so that it would be accurate. So when I wore this, it would look like me. So yeah. I got this from my dad, who got it from his work. It's one of those like zip things for your name tags so when you go to work. So yeah, there's that. And I actually went and got this laminated and cut this little piece out. It's pretty cool. So here's my mask. So this was literally just a mask I bought at the craft store and I painted it purple. You can totally see. Not good quality. But yeah, there it was. I had face paint. Let's see what else I have in here. Here's a random bracelet I must have gotten this. I wore this probably in my angsty, like, teenage years. So you can kind of see in the picture, like, she has some bracelets. I know I have purple gloves. I have, like, purple, like, they're, like, checkered purple, knuckle gloves like that. And I have them somewhere. I don't know where they are. They got separated from this stuff. So, how that goes. But because I had purple gloves, I bought like red gloves. So, because in the actual character, it's like alternate. So, like, she has a long purple glove and a red glove on her other hand. But I didn't do that simply because I bought the gloves. So I didn't want to buy like 4 pairs of gloves. So I just bought 2. I just bought the red. And I don't know where those are, but anyways, so you could see where I was cutting corners and kind of like changing things to like be as accurate as I could back in the day. I remember I had like a collar that I sewed. That was really bad quality for my choker or whatever. So, and then this is the main attraction here. Oh my God, look at this thing. So this was supposed to be, and you can totally tell, not anything close. Not anything fucking close to what it's supposed to look like. So, this is my corset. So this little red thing she's wearing right here. Doesn't look anything like it, but this was my interpretation. This is what I sewed. See, there's little straps, because you can see she has little straps. Yeah, so this is what I sewed. It laced up in the back. So what this was an actual corset, and it was like this black corset that I bought. I don't know. But what I ended up doing, because I didn't want to do like the stiff boning or anything, because obviously I was very new and I didn't know how to do that, I just sewed red fabric. It looks like I sewed it by hand now that I look at it. Yeah, I sewed this shit by hand. Sewed red fabric. It doesn't look too bad. To the black corset, I relaced this with purple ribbon. And then it looks like I added straps. You can see all the hand sewing. This was before I had a sewing machine, before I knew I was going to be a sewer. Seamstress. And then it looks like I literally just cut like fucking ghetto. Oh my God, look at that. Isn't that crazy? That's so funny. So yeah. And then laced it up in the back. Not even close to accurate, but that was my very first cosplay. This was if you look at this character, this is a very intricate costume to create, like, as a first time, like, with no idea of what you're doing. Like, I don't even know how people would do that without practice. Like, I mean, okay, so now in 2019, cosplay is so like popular that there are ways to do this. Like, if you want to be like, hey, I want to get into, oh, I forgot my most important thing, my little nurse hat. I sewed this out of felt. Look at the love and the time that went into this. Like, look at all of these. So it looks like I just sewed the felt and then like pinched it in certain places to give it that little, there's like a little blue thing. Oh, let me grab that. Okay, it doesn't want to come off, but yeah, so that went on my head, and that was all made of felt. And you can see that I just literally like cut a couple red pieces of fabric and just sewed them on to make them look like a cross, which she doesn't even have a cross, so I don't even know why I did that. But Anyways, you could see, like, where I cut corners, because this is... Okay, so, like, as I was explaining, cosplay has come such a long way from 2010 when I started to cosplay. So, you know, for that to be the case, like, back then we were, you know, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know really what cosplay was. I just knew I wanted to be this character because she was awesome and I really liked her character and I wanted to wear it for Halloween. I wanted to wear it to a Comic-Con because I knew that people dressed up at Comic-Cons. But I had no idea, you know. Now, doing what I do, I like to make things as accurate as possible. So, but because cosplay has come such a long way, there's so many ways to, like, help yourself start out. Like, there's tutorials on YouTube and there's materials like these boots. I guarantee you can fucking Google these boots because Harley Quinn's such a popular character and this version of her is so popular. I guarantee you can find these boots online and just buy them. Like, guaranteed. Like on Etsy or something or eBay, guaranteed you can buy them. Like, I guarantee you can buy this whole outfit pretty good quality from fucking China or something. It's probably mass reproduced. Yeah. Doesn't really, you know, that's fine, you know, if you buy it. But I'm just saying, like, back then, like, this was not a popular thing. Like, 9 years has come such a long way. There's so many more resources, you know, there's so much more help available. There's so many more people that are knowledgeable about this stuff that can help you, like, recreate, like, actually, like, you know, as close to possible as what you want. But back then, we did not have that. I say back then, like, it was, like, we're back in 1932, you know, but no. I mean, it's been almost a decade. Like, a decade is a long time. So, yeah, this was my first cosplay, and you can see, you know, the effort. Granted, it was not super accurate, but I was super proud of it when I made it. Like, I can't even explain to you guys. Like, you know, like, today I wouldn't be, like, cutting corners and not, like, wearing thigh highs and not boots, you know? Like, I'd probably buy boots now and, like, alter them if that was the case, if I didn't buy the actual boots online. But you can just see, you know, everybody starts somewhere. So I just thought I would share that with you guys, a little fun video, as I'm putting together Tank Girl, which is turning out to be, like, more fun than I thought, because it's literally, like, she's such a versatile character and there's no canon version of her, so it's like I can just be as eclectic with all of my cosplays as I want. Like, these are, like, my Harley Quinn, you know, tube socks from my Bombshell. That's my Jill Valentine gloves. These were going to be used for my freaking Bowsette. You know, oh my god, look at this. Angsty Rosanna high school. I wore a chain with a lock on it. Like, is that not cool? Even more angsty, look at this necklace. Shit. I was so proud of wearing this necklace when I was in high school. Like, I thought it was such a fucking badass. So, this was actually made for me from a fan, this necklace, because I have this tattoo. I mean, this kind of reminds me of, like, biker version something, but he, like, makes these weird, like, jewelry chains. Like, I don't know, it's weird, but I decided to wear that. But, like, all of this, like, this is from, like, Poison, Bowsette. This is some, like, these shorts. I want to wear these shorts so bad. I wore them in your Polaroids a couple months ago, but they just give me such good booty. Although, I don't know if I'm going to wear these yet. Like, my Jill Valentine guns. More Jill Valentine shit. Like, you know, like, it's going to be so fun, like, doing Tank Girl. I'm excited for her. She's just going to be, like, so much frickin' random bullshit. It's going to be awesome. But anyways, I thought I would make this video for you guys about my very first cosplay. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you guys soon.